Hello students, today we will be discussing about chemistry, and in chemistry we will discuss the chapter matter and its compositions. Now our universe is made up of matter and energy. The air we breathe in, the water we drink, the clothes we wear, the food we eat and the land over which we walk are all matter. So we can say that anything that occupies a space has weight and can be separated or perceived by our senses is called matter. Now, matter can range from something as small as a needle to something as big as an aeroplane. So, everything we see is called matter. In fact, we cannot see air, but air has mass and it occupies space. So, it is also called as matter. We can do a very simple experiment to see that air occupies space. We will take a balloon and we'll blow air on it. The air fills and the size of balloon increases. So, what it shows? It shows that air occupies space. So, air is a matter. Now, states of matter. Now, matter exists in one of three main states, and they are solid, liquid and gas. So, in solid, the molecules are very closely packed. They are tightly packed. In solid, the matter is composed of tightly packed particles. In liquid, the matter is made up of more loosely packed particles. And in gas, they are made up of very loosely packed particles. You can see here. In solid, the molecules are tightly packed and the intermolecular force of attraction is more in solid. Now, what is this intermolecular force of attraction? The property by which molecules are held close to each other is known as intermolecular force of attraction. I repeat, the property by which molecules are held close to each other is known as intermolecular force of attraction, and the intermolecular force of attraction is maximum in solid. It is minimum in liquid. The molecule-molecule attraction is minimum in liquid, whereas it is least in solid. So, molecule-molecule attraction, intermolecular attraction is least in solid. Now, what is matter made up of? Now, matter is made up of tiny particles, and the tiny particles is called as atom. Again, I repeat, matter is made up of tiny particles and the tiny particles is called as atom. And matter can either be solid, liquid or gas. And these forms are called as three physical states of matter. Next, interconversion of states of matter. Now, matter can be converted from one state to another state by simple processes, and that simple processes is called as interconversion of states of matter. That is, it can be converted from one state to another state by some simple processes like freezing, boiling, melting, etc. For example, water can be converted to gaseous form by boiling, and ice can be converted to water by melting. So, here is a conversion. The solid can be converted directly to gas by the process called as sublimation. It is converted to liquid by melting, and from liquid to gas by vaporization, and gas to liquid by condensation, and liquid to solid by the process called as freezing. So, matter can be converted from one state to another by simple processes like freezing, melting, boiling, etc. Sublimation. What is this sublimation? It is the process in which solid gets converted to gaseous form. This is called as sublimation. Now you have seen naphthalene balls. Where the naphthalene balls are used? They are used in our cupboards to keep the clothes proper. That is, no insects should enter over there. Now, this naphthalene balls, you have noticed that they become smaller in size. Why they become smaller in size? Because they gets converted to gaseous form. Melting is a change of state from solid to liquid. So, what is melting? Melting is the change of state from solid to liquid. Vaporization, it is a process that occurs when a chemical or element is converted from a liquid or a solid to gas. That is a conversion from liquid or solid to gas. It is called as vaporization. Freezing. Now, freezing is a process when a liquid turns into solid. For example, water turns into ice. Condensation. It is a process of conversion of vapors into liquid. For example, water vapor, it condenses on the cooler zones of atmosphere to form clouds. Now, here are some home assignments for you. First question is, what is matter? What are the three states of matter? What do you mean by intermolecular force? Question number 3. Give the properties of matter. Now, I should say you that what are the properties of matter? Properties of matter are these, that matter occupies space, matter has mass, and it can be perceived by the senses. Question number 4. Unscramble the following words to make it a meaningful word. And what are they? TAMTER, DIULIQ, DOP, SCEMSRE, and PSSECA. Students, you try to do these home assignments, and you will be doing your home assignments in your leftover pages of old assignment copy or classwork copy or weekly test copies. You will take out the pages from there and you will be doing your assignments and review your questions over there. Two more home assignment is this, that to show that gases can diffuse easily. I can give you a example of this, how you can show. Just if you have seen that your parents are giving this agarbatti sticks, the burning agarbatti sticks, and that smell, it goes to each and every corner. So, we can say that gases can diffuse easily. You can try with some another things like perfumes. If you spray perfume in one room, you will find the smell is going to another room. So we can say that gases can diffuse easily. And next is to observe that condensation of water vapor present in air. So try to do these home assignments and try to do these questions. It will not take you too much of time, but try it. If you are not able to do, then yes, we can discuss later. But I am giving this example to observe that condensation of water vapor present in air. What we will do, you will take a glass full of ice cubes, and a glass full of ice cubes, when kept in air for some time, we see that droplets of water on the surface of glass. So, the water vapor present in the atmosphere condense them when they come in contact with cold surface. Yes? So, this proves that the condensation of water vapor is present in air. So, we are finishing this chapter here. And I hope all of you understood. Thank you.